Greetings. This is Polly. I waited a while for the reviews of the Old Guard Dragon Age 4. See if the game could make its money back. It's not going to. The reviews by fans are bad. A lot of critics are bad. And those that are good, you know what they're saying, that they're bought. Okay. What's wrong with the Old Guard? To leave the politics out, because that is important, there are two major components that are wrong with the Veilguard and why it really can't be fixed. One, the character creation. You cannot make a pretty woman in this game. Impossible. You couldn't Dragon Age Inquisition either, by the way. This is something that's not new with Bioware. The creator of this, the head woman in this, isn't a woman at all. It's a guy. It's a trans. It's a man who's playing cosplay as a woman. And there's a certain, I'm in New York City, so I know a little bit about this. Certain element of trans community do not like women. This is one of them. You cannot make a pretty woman in this. All the women have to be something like him. Flat. That's hard to say, but it's obvious. Well, you know, a lot of people that play these games, over 65%, I would say, are men. And mainly between 13 and 35. And they want to see pretty women. They don't want to see ugly women. Biology says they want to see pretty women. Do you understand that? Bioware, do you? You put this person in charge of this project, and it was a quality control. You may well see that this person was totally unsuited. So, and the characters you get are ugly as sin. Now, second major cause, and I'll tie them together, is the writing. Oh, this is terrible. These are just cliché writing at its worst. You would expect high schoolers to do something like this, although creative ones would do a hell of a lot better. I've seen the dialogue. Oh, it is just awful. The reason for both those, well, one of the reasons is because of the DEI hiring. They're hiring for gender and probably race. And with this person involved in it, they probably have for ideology too. So not hiring for competence. The ugly women may be from the top to make sure that they're unattractive. But even so, I think that character creation is terrible. It wasn't Dragon Age Inquisition 2. And their writing. I mean, this is where it really shows that they just didn't have good people there. The writing is that bad. It's the worst I've ever seen. With these, now let's get to the politics of it, because that's very important. It's promoting the trans ideology. Well, we've already said the majority of game players are male between 13 and 35. I said 65, probably 70% more on that. Guess what they don't want to hear? Guess what they don't want at all? Oh, trans ideology. They don't want to see homosexuality either. Maybe lesbian, but it's a guy thing there. So when you get this, you bring that in there. The terrible ideology that most men find repulsive. Then you get the bad writing, terrible creation, model creation, ugly women all over the place, and none of them are that impressive. Some of the backgrounds look pretty good, and since you were going to do build a different game engine, I was hoping that maybe, but it could be playable, but no, it didn't matter. It failed. Okay. Understand, but this is probably the worst year for AAA games ever. I can't recall a year, but so many flopped. This is the fourth major flop. And I don't see any way of getting better. How could a company like EA, which like to squeeze every penny out of every project, will let this mess fester like this? Not go in there and say, "Get this trans stuff out of here. Get someone who knows how to create models. Oh, and get some writers, please." But there was no quality control. No one came in there and did that. They were allowed to do that, and just hoping that maybe it'd make its money back. This is an ideology that they are pushing in games to convert gamers into that philosophy. Yes, trans is good. Homosexuality is good. Let me tell you something. That audience you're after, males between 13 and 35, are not going to. Impossible. That's a wall you cannot crack. They want to see pretty girls. Let me tell you something. Girls want to see pretty girls too. They love to do dress up. They can't do dress up with trans characters. Oh, this game's a mess. And unfortunately, I don't see it getting any better. AAA gaming is just going to be a mess. Now, there'll be smaller studios that will get good projects, but don't look to major studios, but I think they're all infested. Look on Twitch. Where are people streaming? They're screaming side-scrollers, tabletop games, but they're not doing Railguard. I saw the Railguard, and they weren't doing all that well, and I imagine most of them would get off it. So don't expect anything better soon. I know some projects are coming out, but we've seen this failure. For Bioware, they had to make this a success. Excuse me. EA is a notorious killer of studios that don't produce. They're just merchants. Now, they're just a bunch of accountants and lawyers that look at the bottom line. They're not gamers themselves. They could care less. They probably think we're suckers to play them. Anyway, good luck if you bought the Veilguard, and if you enjoyed it. Hey, no, nothing wrong with that. But for the rest of you, don't spend your money. Watch what other people do. Listen to reviews. Mainly watch the gameplay like I did. And I'll tell you, back off. Bioware, gave my money. Let me tell you something. Dragon Age Origins was the best game I ever played, and I played lots of them. Oh well. I still have memories of the old games. That will have to do. Okay, this is Polly. And please subscribe